there's no one like doubting his reputation and what he means in terms of Atletico's history. But it feels more and more like that, like history. And it feels like they're burning their future. Yeah, I think that magic is starting to come away from Simeone. I think the row between him and Joao Felix is really corrosive to him. You know, there's no one like doubting his reputation and what he means in terms of Atletico's history. But it feels more and more like that, like history. And it feels like they're burning their future. So financially, in terms of failing to guard Joao Felix as an asset, and there's been talk about maybe PSG being interested in him in the winter window. They will not be paying. They will not be paying Atletico what they paid for him, and that is a huge problem. Then you look at not getting to the next stage of the Champions League. They also are in a position where they have players who they would have sold but weren't able to sell. So Saul and Morata's done very well for them this season, of course, have come back. There are no easy answers, very much like Juventus.
Just continuing the Nightmare on Elm Street analogy, I think we need to conclude this little bit with, in the famous words of Clint Eastwood in General saying, I had to take you down the reggae street. We come again, it's we come again, go tell your friend, another one bites the dust. Because Barcelona as well, we haven't really touched on them. They bit the dust in the group stages of the Champions League as well. That's not unusual nowadays because they did it last season as well.
Yeah, I suppose I keep thinking about what Andy was saying about Xavi brought them all in to watch the Inter game beforehand, and I saw Federico Di Marco, the Inter player, was sort of enjoying that when that was explained to him in his post-game interview, and he said, they probably should have gone home at half-time then. And, fair enough, because Inter, we're not to talk about Inter really, but they actually took care of business, which they haven't always done in Europe. But it must be a psychologically very strange place to be as a player. Barcelona, for all that hasn't been right with their approach and their business model, I suppose, in the last 12 months, they actually have energized the fan base and brought fans back to the stadium. And this was a full Camp Nou. This was a full stadium of people who've just been told this game doesn't matter. I can't imagine how that is as a player to go out there, because of course you still want to acquit yourself well against Bayern Munich, but your head can't be in the right place at that moment.
And of course you're thinking, oh my God, of all the teams you could be playing at this moment, Bayern.